first thing to say is that our advocacy work here in the UK, particularly on climate change, is actually a massive market for growth. And if we think about, the space around the climate crisis campaigning work that's been happening in the UK for a long time now, the Muslim voice has unfortunately been one of the smaller voices. So we've really seen that there is a gap that really needs to be filled, not just by us, but by every Muslim organization, every Muslim charity. We want to take everyone on that journey with us, everyone in the Muslim community. It cannot be understated that, the discourse 30 years ago, 40 years ago, when Islamic Relief was, in its founding and in its infancy, was slightly different when it comes to the climate crisis, right? We weren't talking about a crisis. We were talking about being environmentally friendly. We were talking about, I think even back then we were talking about things like the ozone layer and, the hole in the ozone layer. And that's a very different conversation to the conversation that we have today. And the conversation has matured, it has developed. And I think, that is thanks, of course, to the science, but also thanks to the amazing campaigning work that's been happening. But it also means that as a community, we've gone on a journey as well. We must acknowledge, though, is that there's still a massive amount of room for growth. Yes, the Muslim community is going on a journey, but the Muslim community has massive competing pressures right now. Living here in the UK, there are huge societal pressures facing the Muslim community. And so, dealing with responses to the climate crisis is just another one of those competing priorities. And it's difficult. It's difficult to make sure that you are talking about everything all of the time and thinking about everything all of the time.